The Argentine Republic, with its area of 3,027,000 square kilometers, stretching from the Antarctic to latitude 21 degrees 40 minutes south, can be found all possible topographical features and all the climates of the world, which with the numberless riches of nature have given her fame as a producing country. If formerly she was essentially an agricultural and pastoral land, the development of her industries has given her a new impulse, and consequently, the life of people in a true democracy has attained greater diversity and greater prosperity. We shall start by reviewing the Argentine countryside, so as to go straight to the basic wealth of the country. In the central zones, grain flourishes in a temperate climate and on fertile and generous soil. Cotton crops are rich in the north. The vines are heavy with grapes in the blessed land of Cuyo, mainly in the province of Mendoza. In the northeast there are great plantations of yerba mate. Vast are the orchards and plentiful their fruits. All things are found on Argentine soil, such as dense primeval forests where giant trees grow. Shimmering rice paddies are a feature of the well-irrigated zone between the Paraná and Uruguay rivers. In Tucumán, the sugarcane brings rich harvests year by year. And now for a glance at another of our basic sources of wealth, livestock. In the far frigid south, millions of sheep give not only excellent mutton, but also thousands of tons of wool. On the vast central plains of fertile land with rich natural pasturage, strong and willing horses are bred, used extensively by the men of the pampas in their daily tasks. And after a hard day's work, how welcome is the typical criollo meal. Cattle also is bred in great numbers. The efforts of the stock raisers to improve the quality of their great herds through the introduction of purebred stock from abroad has led to the development of a powerful industry. Argentine export beef is considered the best in the world. The food processing industry has grown into an important branch of production owing to the great abundance of animal and vegetable raw materials. A proof that everything can be found on Argentine territory is this enormous salt flat being worked right in the middle of the central pampa. The new Argentina has encouraged the development of other industries up to now completely ignored. The rhythm given to mining has opened new prospects for the country. Such is the case of the coal fields of Rio Turbio, recently put into exploitation. The oil fields of Comodoro Rivadavia and those of Salta in the north have been given a new impetus by proper drilling and the discovery of new areas from whose wells the black gold gushes in endless streams. The great refining plants equipped with the most modern machinery allow enough crude oil to be processed to cover the needs of the country. The government of the new Argentina, coming to the assistance of private enterprise, has developed another vital source of prosperity for the country, placing all aspects of industrial production on a firm and stable basis. The iron and steel industry has achieved an importance which amazes those who have always considered Argentina to be an agricultural land. Argentina now produces all the iron and steel she needs. The workshops of Tafí Viejo have opened the way to the setting up of a heavy industry. Everything now lies within the possibilities of production and the working capacity of the Argentine people. It was essential to build an airport worthy of the important international air traffic, and so it was built, the largest in the world. This is the magnificent airport located at Ezeiza, a few miles from Buenos Aires. The gas pipeline, another example of the progress achieved in the new Argentina. An intensive policy of road development has been carried out in recent years, thanks to the vision of the government which seeks the constant progress and prosperity of the country. There are no longer problems of water shortage in Argentina. Wherever it was necessary to build dams, dams have been built. Vast reservoirs now ensure ample supplies of water to formerly drought-stricken areas, thus converting the desert into fertile fields. In the new Argentina, socially just, all problems affecting the welfare and happiness of the people have been thoroughly studied. For those who work and produce the wealth of the nation, just legislation has been enacted worthy of such a noble objective. Aiming at improving the living conditions of the working masses, the government of General Perón has erected throughout the country enormous residential settlements for official employees and workmen. Thousands of houses now give comfortable shelter to millions of Argentine workers. Among so many great works, the Perón settlement and the Evita town are outstanding. From the Ministry of Labor and Welfare, created by the new Argentina, the wife of the President of the Republic, Senora Eva Perón, carries on her admirable social welfare work as inspirer of the foundation which bears her name. Enormous depots are filled to overflowing with goods which may be required in an emergency. Senora Eva Perón extends a helping hand to the humble people throughout the whole country. The whole population demonstrates its admiration for General Perón, who has known how to lead his country on the path of true political, economic, and social prosperity. In the new Argentina, eminently democratic, there are no privileged classes, but there are privileged individuals, the children, for whom no effort is spared to make them happy. The Children's Town, unique in the world, is one of the many institutions maintained by the Eva Perón Foundation, and for the children, it is a real Garden of Eden. The Eva Perón Foundation Nurses School is another of these institutions. Here young women are trained to bring relief to the sick and the suffering. The San Martin home, built exclusively for working women, gives them a dignified and comfortable home. In Argentina, there are no forgotten classes, nor will there ever be again. Those persons who have reached an age when they can no longer work and have neither means of their own nor anybody to look after them are protected by the state, which in its justicialist constitution has introduced the rights of the aged. A partial view of the work done in this connection by the Perón government is the bathing beach of the north, open to all. Other social achievements bear the seal of the new Argentina. The children's holiday camps are one of them, where children of school age can enjoy their holidays in healthy surroundings. Children from all over the country come to these camps, where they are given every care. Holiday camps for employees and workmen and their families, situated in the best summer resorts of the land, allow the humbler classes of the population the chance to enjoy privileges formerly reserved for the rich. The government of the new Argentina devotes special care to the cultural training of children, whose minds must be educated in the most suitable surroundings. And so, throughout the country, the old and ramshackle school buildings are being replaced by ample modern new ones. The professional and technical training of Argentine youth is given all the attention required by a matter so vitally important for the future of the country. Monumental examples of architecture, such as the faculties of law and medicine of the University of Buenos Aires, show what progress has been made in Argentina in higher education. University education is free in Argentina. Argentina has demonstrated her inalienable rights to the Antarctic, the southern continuation of her territory. The Melchior Observatory is a proof of this possession. Other observatories complete this scientific work. In Argentina, art is greatly favored. Her museums contain original works of the world's greatest painters and sculptors. Insofar as music and the theater are concerned, the people of Argentina show their acceptance for everything which contributes to the progress of art. Sport has reached the extraordinary development in Argentina. In school, curricula, sports and physical training are obligatory. The government of General Perón, himself a thorough sportsman, gives unconditional support to all sports activities. Thanks to this, it has been possible to build giant stadiums throughout the country. Private sports clubs are assisted to build and improve their own installations. Sportsmen take part in all international sports competitions, and their triumphs lend added luster to the name of Argentina. There is no sport which is not practiced in Argentina. The triumphs of Fangio on the racing tracks of Europe were rendered possible thanks to the support given him by General Perón. The new immigration policy being implemented by the government has allowed a large flow of immigrants being directed to the zones where there are the greatest possibilities of a happy and prosperous future. Foreign technicians and skilled workmen, specialized in every branch of industry, make their new homes on Argentine territory under the protection of her liberal laws and with the certainty of being able to earn a good wage. Argentina is a land of great tourist attractions. In whatever season of the year and by all means of transport, large numbers of foreign visitors arrive to admire the beauties of our country. In Misiones, the Iguazu waterfalls offer a grand spectacle. In the north, there are wonderful landscapes and the remains of ancient civilizations, history written in stone. Mendoza in all her natural beauty and wealth, and in her midst the monument to General San Martin, a bronze witness to our present grandeur. Córdoba is famous for her climate and beauty of her valleys, her lakes and mountains. Mar del Plata, well named the Pearl of the Atlantic, is a famous bathing resort. Every summer, thousands of visitors flock to her beaches. Her hotels, casinos, and luxurious dwellings have earned her a true title to elegance. In the lake region, the winter season draws visitors not only from the whole country, but from the United States and Europe as well. The skiing championships, which are held periodically, attract the greatest exponents of the sport from all over the world. This brief film will give an idea of what the Argentina of today is like, as well as a glimpse of the various aspects of her life. Buenos Aires, the great southern capital, is an eloquent expression of the potentialities of the country. Her harbor is always full of ships of many nations, leaving and arriving with their cargoes of progress and friendship. The country now shows the reality of her energetic achievements, reached thanks to the determination of her leader, General Perón, who has known how to lead her along the path of general prosperity through the efforts of her sons, who, under the protection of eminently justicialist laws, work and produce not only for the greatness of the motherland, but for their own good and prosperity, as well as that of the generations to come. Buenos Aires, in its appearance, in the rhythm of its life, is much like the other great capitals of the world. When the evening twilight falls, the city begins to take on a mantle of glimmering light. It appears as if she were getting ready for a fiesta, for the happy hours which follow in the lives of her sons after their daily tasks have been done. They are a happy and prosperous people, and as evening falls, they lay aside their troubles and give themselves up to enjoyment. An abundant and appetizing dinner is a prelude to the movies or the theater. The extraordinary attendance at all such shows proves that nobody need deprive himself of the pleasure of enjoying them. In the new Argentina, life is imbued with a feeling of optimism and security. The people live comfortably, but also thriftily. They can allow themselves lavish expenditure, but they can also save, for the just wages fixed by the government of General Perón, in the humane intention of providing general welfare without privileges, allows them to do both. The people are firmly behind their leaders, because it is they who have opened the road to prosperity. And therefore, the people show their gratitude and their loyalty on the days of the great civic gatherings. Such is the Argentina of today. And such is her life.